Welcome back to the deep dive. We've all been in those situations, right? Someone walks into a room and it's like, bam, everyone takes notice.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they have this dot presence, this aura about them that just commands attention.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is what we call executive presence. And you know what? It's not just for CEOs and Fortune 500 execs. It's a valuable skill set for anyone who wants to, make their mark on the world. And lucky for us, we've got some awesome notes here to help us unpack it all.
Yeah, and what I find super interesting about executive presence is that it's something we all instinctively recognize, but it can be surprisingly hard to actually define. You know what I mean?
You're telling me it's like this intangible thing, but it's crazy powerful. And according to these notes, it boils down to five key elements: confidence, communication, professionalism, appearance, and influence.
And what I love about these five elements is that they're not just these isolated things. They all kind of play off each other and they build upon one another.
Totally. It's like they're all pieces of a puzzle, and when they fit together just right, you get that executive presence magic. So, shall we dive into each one?
Let's do it.
All right. So, first up, we got confidence. And I think sometimes people misunderstand what real confidence is all about. It's not about being arrogant or cocky, right?
No, absolutely not.
It's about something deeper, something more.
It's about self-assurance. It's about believing in yourself, your abilities, and your value.
Yes. And it's about projecting that belief outward through your body language, tone of voice, the way you carry yourself.
Think about someone like, say, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, she just exudes confidence, right? And a lot of it comes down to those nonverbal cues.
Yeah, good point. Like, her posture is always on point. She makes direct eye contact. Her voice is steady and controlled.
Exactly. And those are all things we can actually learn and practice. A simple trick you can try is what's called power posing. Standing tall, shoulders back, chin lifted slightly.
Power posing, I like it. So we've got the confidence part down. But what good is all that confidence if you can't communicate your ideas effectively? Yeah,
You hit the nail on the head. Communication is key. It's the bridge that connects your ideas with the rest of the world.
for sure. And these notes highlight two really important aspects of communication, which are, let me see, speak clearly and concisely, and actively listen. And honestly, that can be a tough balance to strike.
It's a dance, for sure. Because on one hand, you want to be articulate, you want to get your point across clearly and succinctly.
Right. No one wants to listen to someone ramble on and on.
Exactly. But at the same time, you don't want to dominate the conversation. You need to be present. You need to actually listen to what others have to say.
It's about finding that sweet spot between being assertive and being genuinely interested in other people's perspectives.
1,000,000%. And a big part of active listening is asking questions, showing genuine curiosity. It shows that you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're actually engaged in the conversation.
So true. Okay, next up on our list of executive presence must-haves, we have professionalism. And I think this is especially important when things get tough.
Oh, absolutely. Anyone can look good when things are going smoothly, but it's how you handle challenges, setbacks, even failures that really reveals your character.
Totally. So how do we stay professional even when we're feeling the pressure?
Well, I think it starts with emotional intelligence, being aware of your own emotions and the emotions of those around you.
So not letting your emotions get the best of you.
Exactly. It's about staying calm under pressure, thinking clearly, and finding solutions.
So instead of like freaking out or blaming others when something goes wrong.
Right. A true professional takes responsibility, focuses on what they can control, and looks for ways to move forward.
Resilience, not repression. I love that.
And another key aspect of professionalism is respect, treating everyone with respect, regardless of their position or title.
Okay, so we've talked about confidence, communication, professionalism.now for the fun one appearance.
Ah, yes. The age-old question, what to wear?
You know it. And I've got to say, this one always throws me for a loop. Is there like a secret formula for dressing for success?
I wish there was a simple answer, but the truth is it really depends.
On what? Spill the tea.
Well, for starters, it depends on your industry, your workplace culture, and even the specific event or meeting you're attending.
Right, like showing up in a suit and tie to a tech startup meeting might not be the best move.
Exactly. But it's not just about following rules or fitting in. It's about using your appearance as a tool to communicate who you are and what you stand for.
Interesting. I never thought of it that way. So it's like our clothes are a form of nonverbal communication.
Precisely. They can project confidence, credibility, creativity, approachability.
Wow, so much to think about. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about influence. Because at the end of the day, having all those other qualities is great, but if you can't actually influence others, make things happen.
You're not going to have the impact you're capable of.
Exactly. So how do we get there? How do we build that influence?
Well, I think it starts with being clear about your values, your goals, and what you want to achieve in the world.
Having a strong sense of purpose.
Exactly. And then it's about effectively communicating that vision to others, inspiring them to get on board with your ideas.
And this goes back to everything we've talked about so far,
Yeah.
right? Confidence, communication, professionalism, they all play a role in building influence.
Absolutely. Because people are more likely to be influenced by someone who they trust, respect, and believe in.
This has been so insightful. I feel like we've really done a deep dive into the world of executive presence today.
We've covered a lot of ground, but if there's one thing I want listeners to take away from this, it's that executive presence isn't some magical quality that you either have or you don't.
It's a set of skills, a mindset that anyone can cultivate.
Exactly. And it all starts with taking that first step, making a conscious effort to develop these qualities in yourself. So true. So, as you go about your day, your week, your life, think about the people you admire, the leaders you respect.
And ask yourself, what is it about their presence that resonates with you?
What can you learn from them?
And most importantly, how can you take action to cultivate your own unique brand of executive presence?
That's our deep dive for today. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining your light.